A pleasant day to everyone. I am April Pristine O. Bermejo, a public school teacher from the Schools Division of Iligan City and a graduate of St. Peter's College Graduate School in Iligan City. In this cartoon, it's not going to be any problem for the monkey to climb the tree, right? But how is the fish going to get up there? Or the elephant? Or even the dog? This is a reminder for us teachers that our students are unique individuals with different strengths and weaknesses. That is why we need to provide them with multiple pathways to show their proficient understanding of the curriculum. This is where authentic assessment comes in. Authentic assessments allow students to perform real-world tasks that demonstrate meaningful application of essential knowledge and skills. In the context of change that we call new normal, teachers face a plethora of challenges engaging the students' understanding of the lessons. The distance learning delivery modalities reflected in this DepEd memorandum, specifically the modular distance learning modality, pose challenges in the conduct of assessment. The highlighting changes in assessment show a tendency for a more authentic assessment methods. Authentic assessment is anchored on DepEd Order No. 8 series of 2015. It is further emphasized in DepEd Order No. 31 series of 2020 that assessment, specifically performance tasks, must be designed to apply what students are learning to real-life situations. Within the context of the English curriculum, where authentic assessment requires incorporating the different domains of the 4 macro skills, teachers are confronted with the challenges of proper utilization of authentic assessment tools in English. Hence, this study sought to determine the utilization of authentic assessments in the English language by the teachers implementing MDL modality in public schools of Iligan City. Authentic assessments emerge from the constructivism approach. Constructivists believe that learning and collaboration should mirror real-world environments. The notion of situated cognitive theory emphasizes that learning is the construction of knowledge in real-life situations. The recognition and deliberate consideration of the learner's zone of proximal development is at the heart of the assessment framework. Lastly, patterned in the theory of change, schools are held accountable for broader and deeper outcomes to thrive in the new normal. This study employed a mixed method research design to gather both quantitative and qualitative data. In gathering the data, the researcher obtained official permission to conduct the study. A survey was conducted to the identified respondents. There were 139 out of 191 grade 6 English teachers in the school year 2020-2021 who were given survey questionnaires in digital and print format. Apart from the questionnaire, qualitative data were taken from focus group discussion of 10 randomly selected participants that was conducted virtually. After eliciting both quantitative and qualitative data, these were translated, summarized, and analyzed using descriptive and inferential statistics. For questions 1 and 2, a weighted mean was employed to determine the respondents' perceptions and extent of utilization of authentic assessments. Pearson correlation was used for problem 3 to determine if a significant relationship exists between the respondents' perceptions and their utilization of authentic assessment tools. Lastly, for question 4, data were coded. The codes were then categorized, thematically arranged, and further analyzed to augment the qualitative analysis. The following are the results and analysis of the data gathered in this research. For the first problem, as shown in Table 1, the overall mean signified that in general, the respondents perceived authentic assessment positively. These perceptions imply that teachers believe that authentic assessment leads to better teaching and learning. This is consistent with the findings of some researchers that teachers held favorable perceptions of authentic assessment. For problem 2, it can be gleaned from Table 2 that the overall mean signified that the suggested assessment tools for MDL as enclosed in DepEd Order Number 31 Series of 2020 were very highly utilized by the teachers, since there were 8 out of 12 assessment tools that were very highly utilized. In a similar study of Ambalong to secondary English teachers of Iligan City, the majority of the teachers utilize authentic assessment tools. For problem 3, shown in Table 3 is the low positive correlation between teachers' perception of authentic assessment and their utilization of the assessment tools. Although the association was low, these imply that the extent of utilization of the authentic assessment tools was significantly affected by the teacher's extent of agreeing about authentic assessment. That interpretation was consistent with findings that teachers seemed to be facing a conflict in effective assessment in their classroom despite the reported favorable perception of assessment. Most teachers encountered challenges in the process of utilizing the assessment tools. Through document analysis of the focus group discussion, in conjunction with the responses of the open-ended questions, the teachers cited several challenges which are discussed under the following themes: preparation of authentic assessment tools, assessment delivery, and evaluation of learners' output. Lastly, for problem number 5, with the results of this study, the basis for the formulation of innovation was laid. The creation of the handbook was patterned in the theory of change. In crafting the handbook, the researcher focused on the identified challenges encountered by the teacher respondents and aimed to address the gaps of effective implementation of authentic assessment. The handbook includes a compilation of performance tasks highlighting Wiggins and McTighe's GRASP model. In this study, it could be drawn that the teachers have positive perceptions toward authentic assessment. The suggested assessment tools for MDL were very highly utilized by the teachers. These perceptions played a significant effect in their utilization of authentic assessment tools. They tried to administer the authentic assessment amidst the restrictions set in the new normal learning delivery, but were confronted with various challenges in terms of preparation, delivery, and evaluation of learners' output. Given the findings and conclusions, the following recommendations are offered. First, teachers must continue to utilize the different assessment tools in teaching the English language. Second, school administrators should provide technical assistance through professional learning communities such as learning action cell sessions to utilize them with enabling methods and strategies for better utilization and practice. Lastly, the designed handbook of authentic assessment for grade 6 English may be utilized by the school respondents to address the needs of their teachers in developing authentic assessment tools. This study is timely and relevant to what DepEd is trying to accomplish within the education system, particularly in assessment. With the results of this study, a handbook of authentic assessment was conceived to aid the teachers in the planning and implementation of authentic assessment. By providing a handbook, teachers new to authentic assessment can more readily grasp the principles needed for successful implementation. More importantly, this will help the learners attain an in-depth understanding of concepts and skills and learn how to use this in dealing with the problems and uncertainties that may arise now and in the future. In the conduct of this study, I realized a lot of things. At a base level, education should be equal. Equality is necessary to make sure that our students are getting the same base level of attention, resources, and opportunities. But more than that, We, as educators, must operate our classrooms equitably. This means that we take into account each student's situation. We must understand that our students will not all respond the same to the same instruction and assessment. Once again, a pleasant day, and thank you.